Alright, so let's do a recap this week. This week, the Most High has given me to you, and we witnessed it all together. A few days before the quake, He gave me the solution to what was going on. He said, obviously, we already knew that Drake's Passage is the head of the dragon, the top of the head, because you can only see the top of the head from here. We know this. I've been teaching this for at least 3 years, 4 years, maybe 5 online. I've been teaching it for 2 years before I even got online. But, okay, I made that video showing y'all that the head is there many years ago. This week, we have come up with the Most High to tell us that we had the head right here. You got the head right here on the other side of the world. This is the antipode, the opposite side of the world. This is the jaw underneath the head. Alright, right where this hook goes in. And this over here, this body is a part, this body is a third, North America is a third of Antarctica. It's a part of Antarctica, just underneath. It's like an umbrella. Antarctica is like an umbrella to North America, but it's North America is underneath Antarctica. The Arctic Ocean you're looking at right here is underneath Antarctica. Okay. This is the behemoth. Alright? The behemoth mentioned in the book of Job, and the Leviathan mentioned in the book of Job. This is the Leviathan, this is the behemoth. We saw the Leviathan's head down there on the opposite side of the world. You cannot see the behemoth's head over here. You can't see the behemoth's head underneath Antarctica, but you can see his butt. His buttocks is like right here. His butt crack is like right around here. This crack, this big butt crack right there. Alright, and his tail is right there. That's his tail. The McDonald's Islands, Heard and McDonald Island. It's the behemoth, the king of the four-leggeds. Alright, you got the right hand of the dragon right there. You got the right hand of the behemoth right there. The right hand of the dragon is on top of the behemoth's forehead. The right hand of the behemoth is underneath, hooking with his claw, piercing the chin and the lips and the nose, nostrils of the dragon, just like it speaks of in the book of Job. Can you pierce the nostrils of the Leviathan and make him your servant? Now, what did we learn this week? We know that this is the left arm, the left wing. This is the right wing of the Leviathan. You had the earthquake hit right here under his mouth, on his chinny chin chin, in the sea of YAH. Okay? And what we know is that when you look at one side of his face, you can look at the other side of the world and see the opposite side of his face. And then, so if those are two sides of his face, the top and the chin, if you look at the right and the left, you have to go to the Caribbean island, Caribbean Cuba, Puerto Rico, that is the side. Now if you take the map and go to the opposite side of the map, you're going to see the left side. Bam, right there. When it starts to spin around, you're at the other side of his face. Alright, Indonesia, West Papua, Papua New Guinea. Alright, so now that gives you 4 corners of the dragon's mouth. You got his chin in the Bering Sea, or the Sea of Okhotsk, and then you have his nostrils in the South Georgia and Sandwich Islands. Okay, then you have the side of his right side of his mouth, Puerto Rico, Santo Domingo, Caracas, Cuba, the Caribbean. And then you have the left side of his mouth, Indonesia, Banda Sea, West Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, Maluku. Okay, so you have 4 corners, and they all surround the Pacific Ocean. Look at this. Every gateway to the Pacific Ocean, every gateway from another ocean to the Pacific Ocean is his mouth. You have the Bering Sea, the Bering Strait. That's the north side. That's an entrance to the Pacific. You have Panama Canal. That's the entrance to the Pacific. You have Drake Passage. That's the entrance to the Pacific. You have West Papua. That's the entrance to the Pacific. These are the entrances to the Pacific Ocean. It's like the pacifier, Pacific pacify, as a mouth. Okay, now the behemoth sits in the middle, and that is the earth. The Leviathan is surrounding him. They call Russia the bear. No, America is the bear. Russia is the Leviathan, the dragon. Okay, now where do we see YAH? YAH tells you that the foot of man is supposed to be upon the head of the serpent. Well, the serpent's head is right here, and the Most High is only going to have us walk with him. So his foot is on top of the head of the serpent. That's why you see 7 nostrils, like 7 digits, on the top of the dragon's forehead, and it looks like a footprint. It looks like a footprint. All right, so if YAH is there on the opposite side, the behemoth from the book of Job is underneath the other side of the dragon, piercing him. So the dragon is between the rock and a hard place. I'm in America, Amaruca. Amaruca is not the name of this land. America is not the name of this land. This is the behemoth. Amaruca is the name of the Leviathan. This whole world is a lie. Lie, Leviathan. All of the highest things honor the dragon, the Leviathan, Satan, because he is the ruler of this world. He is for punishment against sinners. Okay. He is a sword against sinners, and he will be unleashed against sinners. That's why you had the 8.7 earthquake hit last night on his chin. And he had a 6 on his left side. He had another 6 on top of his head. I don't know what's coming to the Caribbean, but that's just below me right here. And these points are all connected. All 4 points are connected to his mouth. So we're going to be looking for something to hit in the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico. And if we're getting tsunamis at all of those other points, we might be getting a tsunami coming to America on the east and south side. Okay. That is what we have to look forward to. The plate at Panama Canal. There's a plate down here that has ruptured since 2015 or 2017. They had a... Hey, can you save me a roach? They had pretty much, I think it was a 8 point that ruptured the plate, making the plate like a small chip. And that small chip continues to vibrate to release pressure. When the pressure comes from the other side, though, there's no release. It's going to come out big. So Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Montserrat, Puerto Rico, Caracas, Venezuela, Colombia, Nicaragua, Guatemala, Havana, Miami, Florida, Alabama, Louisiana, Tejas, Monterrey, Mexico, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. You guys are on deck. Everybody's been hit. All 3 corners have been hit. The 4th corner is about to get hit. We've been sitting rather peaceful, but such as the dragon, being the most subtle creature ever created under heaven, that subtleness is about to go away. And it's going to be evident that there's a dragon surrounding America. North America, to be exact. This is the bear. What do we know about the bear? Well, we call this USA. We call it USA not because of the United States of America. Ursa. Not Ursa. What's the name of the bear? The bear constellation. Ursa Major, Ursa Minor. Yes, Ursa. Okay. USA. Ursa. Okay. Oos. What does Oos look like? Oos looks like a bear. Big Oos, Samoan. Oos. US. That is who we are. Yashaya. Yeshua Yah. USA. This is Yah's land. Yashaya's land. This is the oldest land in the world. Alright, this was here before the dragon. Alright, this land has pyramids bigger, more ancient, and way more filled. Valleys of Kings, way more. Grand Canyon all the way to Memphis. You guys are sitting on top of the map that is inside of the Dome of the Rock that sits in Israel over in the Middle East. So inside of the Dome of the Rock, the most holiest of holies of that land is a map. And that map is North America. See, it's like Iceland and Greenland. They told you Iceland is the name so that you would think not to go there because it's filled with ice. And they told you Greenland was the name so that you would go there because it's green, right? No, wrong. Greenland is a big ass iceberg. And Iceland is a wealth of springs and lush environment. Okay. Now, what makes you think when it comes to the holiest of holies, they're going to do anything different? They're going to say, oh, it's over here in Israel, but between Africa and Italy and Europe. And this is the old world over here. This is the old world. And then they act like they discovered North America and call it the new world. You're not fooling nobody. All of that information came from over here first. It was stolen from here, just like the slaves that ended up being stolen from here and taken all over to many different lands. And you act like you're the originators of that. Oh, black people from over here. No, you ain't. Black people was first men on earth. So we were already everywhere. White people came through two places. One, Noah. All right? Noah was the first white man born through black lineage. All right. The other place white man came from, which is unholy, would have been the fallen angels mixing with the daughters of men, and therefore they came out abominations. First sign was the color of the skin, eyes, size, all that stuff. They were the serpent seed. They could turn many different colors, but their base was white. Okay. Pretty much, you're being, everywhere you look, all of these points of control, there are black people in service and slavery and bondage, colored people in service and slavery and bondage. All right? They don't know where they come from. The lost tribes of Yesharim. Not Israel. Israel is death. The name is Yesharim. All right? It ain't Jacob. It's Yaakov. Okay? Yah has to go with Yah. And J's go with J's. Like Jesus and dragons and Zeus. All right? But Yah goes with Yah, with Yashaya, with Yashar, with Yesharun. Okay. With Yeshakaya, with Yashaland, Hayashara Haya. Okay? Recording a video. About to put it online. So, pretty much, this land over here, we're speaking English. That's not our language. The language that you call English is a hybrid language, the same as the people that were hybrids. We are not hybrids, we're original. Our original language has been blasphemed in this tongue. So therefore, we curse ourselves. And therefore, no matter how much you try to bless, until you get to the roots, you're thrown into the fire. You have to become back to the part of the vine. The vine is the word. Have the word in complete control. English is a mixture between Anglo-Saxon, angels of Satan, and Legion, Latin. All right. Hebrew means Aheb Ruach Kokma. Hebrew has nothing to do with Israel. Okay? Hebrews were before Israel. Hebrew, we were still in Egypt. Okay? So, Israel can't claim to that. Israel is Azazel, Azrael, the angel of death. That's not us. We are Yesharim. Okay? Yesharim. That means the upright one. Why were we called that? Because Yaakov wrestled with a dark angel, and the angel hurt his hip, so he could not walk upright, or straight. He could not be right anymore. So therefore, in order to fix him, he was given a new name. And when you're given a name, your life is according to that name. When you're given a new name in faith, as a gift, as a blessing, and it's a covenant for generations to come, that is so much power that he had no choice but to be upright. Okay? So if you want to say MK Ultra or mind control and all that stuff, or hypnosis and all that stuff, no, bro. All you gotta do is understand the power in the word and the name. All right? Once you get that down, you'll understand order, and there will be no complaints. because you'll see the righteousness in order. Right now things are out of order. That's why you're taking good for bad and bad for good. You're taking left for right and right for left. You're taking up for down and down for up. You're taking Leviathan for Behemoth and Behemoth for Leviathan. And you're complaining that you don't see YAH, but he's all in your ear. YAH ear, YAH ear, your ear, you, YAH, you, YAH. Hear ye YAH, all up in your ear. And y'all hate people, so when you say, oh, I hate you, you hate YAH. What you do unto the least of him, you have done unto, do unto the least of his, you have done unto him. If you hate yourself, you're hating him. That's why he said, don't go kill yourself. Don't be committing suicide, because that is an abomination. It's just as much as trying to kill him. You're just a baby, and you're already you're trying to abort yourself. You're trying to abort others, and you don't even know what life has in store for you. When they say the earth is about to give birth, oh, the earth is staggering as if it's going through birth pains. Well, who is it giving birth to? You. There's a war over you. YAH is at war over you. And whether you good or bad, you're gonna have to meet YAH. And that, wow, buddy, I can only say one thing. All of the stars move on his command. Literally, like I don't know, bro, how you could say it. They move like folding space and time. The distance matters not. When they move, they move. It and they all can come together to like pick up it. That's, bro, you have no clue. They're like white blood cells that attack darkness. I don't know, but go look at white blood cells attacking foreign objects. Yeah, the stars kind of like just surround and engulf things and put them places. So I thought I was sure about where they put me, but I'm kind of conflicted whether they put me up or down, because I know I came from up, but when they grabbed me, I don't know if I went down or up. Either way it goes, I'm here. I was here before I came down, and I'm here after, so I don't know if they put me up though, because the world is kind of weird. From where I come from, it was not this way. It was never this way. But it was promised in that world as it is in this world. So, as in heaven, so it is on earth. What about up? What about down? Are you gonna be the same faithful person on your journey walking with the Most High? That's all that matters. Alright, we already went over the 7 toes on top of the dragon's head are represented by the 7 nostrils, the 7 toes of the Most High, and his heel right there, boom, and his toes are right there. Boom. They're represented by the volcanoes. The 7 toes are represented by the volcanoes. They said seven heads, 7 crowns, and 10 diadems, or something like that, in the book of Revelations. But yes, well, well, crowns or teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. I don't know. 10, 7. Let me see. Can't really see anything there. Can't really see anything there. See how that's Cuba right there and Havana? You see what I mean? Cuba and Havana. It's a little off, I'd say. I think they're doing that on purpose, though. I definitely think they're doing that on purpose. But if they're right, because it would be on the other side. Just like, so you see how it seems to be on the bottom of the arc down here? This is the arc where things been right there. It's on the southern edge of it right here. But when it gets to the other side of the world, it should be on the top side, the north side. Alright? But they're saying it's down here. But from what we know, that there's a ribbon effect. So for instance, how the dragon, he's facing his right wing, right? His face is turned. Look, his face would be straight if it was out here, right? But it's turned, it's crooked, turned to his right side. Okay, so if you were to say this is on the other side of the world, and this would be the dragon, boom, right here, he's turned to the left side over here, and his left side facing us is his right hand, right wing. You see? That's how I figured that out. And South America and all that is represented by this Japan and South China and Indonesia area. Just like South America ends up running right into the side of his face. South America or Indonesia runs right into the side of his face. He's the only way that's what I'm saying, man. The only way that those wings can end up next to his face like that is if, wait a second. Whoa. This is weird, man. This is weird. What the hell is that? Makassar. And the thing is, Australia would be out on the other side of Florida. So Australia would be over here in this area here. That's another reason why I was saying it shouldn't be on this side when the thing spins around from the other side of the world. It should be on this side. Something's, and they show you that there's something wrong, because I'll show you right here. If I go from here, measure to here, I've already done the video on this, but I'm gonna show you one time. It's gonna make a ribbon. It's not gonna be a straight line. Just go from there at that point. Then I go at that point. Then I go back. You see, it crosses over to the other side. At point, done. It makes a ribbon. This flips to that. That flips to this. I made a video that shows this, how they're obscuring the earth in a way to where you're not really seeing the true shapes of the landmass. Okay? There's some type of bowling or twisting and spinning effect, spiraling, something. That's why they keep talking about the world turning. It's a twisted. It's not turning, it's a twisted. Reeving. Like Keanu Reeves. Reeves. You know what the word Reeves mean? Reeving up water. Or just reeve. It's when something is twisted, like in a shape of a straw, but like twisted. It can go, it spins and reeves. Reaver? A reeving device? What does it look like, man? How do you say it? Reeve. Oh, man. Almost like Revere, huh? Paul Revere. Reeve. It goes against the stream. Reeve, upstream. A reeve stick. How do you say this, man? What is this? It looks like a curly Q, like a curly fry. Reeve curling up. it reads against the current. So, like for instance, I could pour water out and it will come down. I could lay something like a curly fry on the ground and it will make the thing spin on the ground, and then it will turn up and start to come up the falling water, and it will spin all the way up the falling water, climbing water. Oh man, it's weird. I think it's just YouTube's horrible algorithms. Alright, let me see if I can find something. Reeve up water. I don't know what they call these things though. It's the process. It's called, the act that it's doing is called reeving. It's a reaver, R-E-E-V. Reeve. Man, how you say spin? I guess you could say spinning, spiral up water fall. Okay, not what I'm looking for. It would spiral though, upwards. Yeah, spiraling up. So this image right here is a reeving, a reeve. This is reeving. It's like a serpent reeves. Okay, like when you see a dragon spin itself up into the sky. This, I don't know why they made this look like that, but no, this shape right here, not talking about this tool, but just this shape, how it's shaped, is more so the shape, like these curls. But if you were to put it in a stream, that shape would go against the stream and climb backwards. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what the earth is. There's some type of an effect of that on the earth. I don't know how, but something is doing a corkscrew. Okay, so let's say okay, so this shape, if you put these in water, it will go up. It will flow upwards. It will float against gravity, against the freaking waterfall, and float upwards. like a slinky shape, like the shape of a slinky. Okay. Especially like a cascade. I don't know what they call these things though, man. They're calling these things spiral twigs. Like, I never even heard of that before. Maybe spiraled wood. Spiral wood floats. Swims. Oh no, it sounds like a bad prompt. I just thought about that. Let's just not do that. It's funny, they keep making things in that shape that water would go through. Why? It's like they're trying to tell you. It's like they're trying to tell you. I just noticed this, how much they're doing this. It's like they're trying to tell you. It's the serpent. It's always the serpent. It's the serpent next to the water. The serpent the water comes out of. The serpent. It's the dragon, bro. This looks like a dragon. It's the serpent. That's why I said that's what dragons do. That's what serpents do. They reeve. It's just funny how they keep making these images. Here we go. Now, with the same thing, if the water were falling out of the sky and you put this stick underneath it, it would pick up the stick and the stick would do the same thing. It would go straight up into the sky. Look, just what he just did right there. Just like that. Just like that. Okay? So, what do we have here on the earth? They always show you the image of a bear in a circus. That's the behemoth underneath a tent. The tent is the dragon. 10 is dragon. Okay? The skin of a dragon may be the tent, I don't know, but it's the tent. A bear underneath the tent. And in the circus, what do circus bears do? It's known for just spinning like a ballerina. Ball arena. Ball, globe ball, world, money make the world go round, okay, type stuff, like spinning. They even show you the dollar sign looks like what? The spiraling tool going up the water. Money make the world go round, dollar bill. See, that would be the water, the pouring water down, and then this is the money. This is the serpent flowing upward, flowing currency. The current is coming down, but the serpent is going up. Crazy work. Crazy work. Crazy. And the pole also represents the bear, like the polar bear with the serpent wrapped around him. That would be the earth. Earth, Ursa, Earth, Ursa, USA, USA, Yasha, Earth. Okay. Dragon, fallen angel, archangel, not from Earth, not from Ursa. They're calling him the bear. Oh, Russia, you're the bear. Russia, no. Russia is wickedness. Okay? Russia stands for wickedness. And also, you have Tesha and Pesha. Pesha, like Persia, stands for transgression. Pesha. Russia stands for wickedness. Resha. We looked that up in Hebrew. That's why Yasha stands for salvation. Yasha and Tesha. The Most High letting you know. The behemoth more so represents the lamb, and the dragon represents the wolf in sheep's clothing, calling himself the bear. Okay, you get it? Do you understand? All right, and the behemoth's right hand is almost like a shepherd's hook at the Great Bering Sea. To bind and to loosen. And his feet are upon the serpent's heads also. The behemoth got 4 feet. 4 paws, claws, whatever. Because the bear can use his paws like humans or like monkeys. Not like a dog with paws. More like even better than a lion with claws. They have damn near hands, just with long ass nails. Okay, so we have all this. All right. The Most High's foot on top of the serpent's head. We have the 4 corners of the earth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We got 4 corners, all spaced equal distance from each other. So this is another way you can prove that. This should be 10 to 15,000 miles from one mouth to the next. $10,000 from one mouth to the next. You round that up to 10. All right, we'll add point at 10 just to make sure. Okay. We'll say that part right there, Cuba, 10. All right. So we got add that. Then we go 10,000 more miles. Add that up. You get to it's tobacco. That's why I was asking to see if you can hook me up with a little roach. Because I would have tried to roll it up into some more tobacco. Because I ain't got no. Alright. So that's 20,000 right there to the next one. So that's the other side of the world. The antipode, right? From Drake's Passage, Antarctica, right? So let's go from here, measure. See, that's why I'm saying the Earth is, they got something going on wrong here. Because this should be 10,000 kilometers. For some reason, I'm not getting a 10,000. Maybe I'm going too far down. Let's go from the head up here. Measure from there, and then go down. All right, we're closer. Hey, fam. I'm not rich. I need that light. Appreciate you. I'm just as broke out here as anybody else. Alright. Well, I ain't broke. That's one thing we got to get out of our language. So we got 10,000 miles to over here. There could be some twisting and turning of the head going on to where things are out of place. Alright? But definitely, if you take this right here, let's take this off. You take this space right here, measure it to the other side of the world, you get 20,000 kilometers. They're trying to give it to you right here. That's disgusting. Why is 18? On the sides is how, that's what I'm saying, is that it has to be that ribbon effect, the crossover, because this is kind of equatorial. This is above the land down under. Wait, let me put on the map the longitude and latitude. We're at 10 degrees south. 10, told you that's dragon. All right, 10 degrees south to 10 degrees north. 18.5. Something's interesting about this. I don't know why. It's only 20 degrees apart. All right, we're at 60 degrees west. Is the mouth in reverse? Facing the opposite direction? Maybe this is the mouth. Krakatoa, Anak Krakatoa. Anak Krakatau. This could be the mouth area then. Jakarta. Okay, so it's somewhere here, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know why they would even have this facing the same direction, but it has to be facing this direction. It has to be, and that's what I'm saying. Things are not the right size. You know that his bite is 666 kilometers wide, but it's not the same shape over here. Alright, so look, let me show you something. Here's another way you know. Where are we at? 60 degrees north and 50 degrees north. No, 60 degrees north at 160 degrees east latitude, longitude. 60 degrees north, longitude, 160 degrees east latitude. Alright, measure from here to the other side to the top of his head. Alright, you end up at 60 degrees south, 25 degrees west. We were 160 east to 25 degrees west. So something is missing. It's the only way you can come up short. It's like Epstein's video, how there's like a couple of minutes missing. That's the only way they can come up short, is if they're cutting something out. They're cutting something, they're hiding something. It's the only way that it could come up short, is by omission. Something around his mouth is like the Bermuda Triangle, where it just don't make sense. Bermuda Triangle is right here. Alright, so it's near his mouth. Stuff don't make sense when it comes to the readings. Alright, and I don't know if there's some type of triangle effect going on up here, but definitely something is not adding up. It's not mathing. There could be a triangle effect down here. And like I said, there could be a triangle effect around here. Now, we already know, we did see that blob pop up the beginning of the year. My bad. We did see that blob pop up the beginning of the year right here, down in April 9th, April 11th, 9th? Yeah, April 9th. They had the anomaly pop up that went up the Atlantic Sea right in front of the dragon's face. Could have been some, and they said the wave height was like 80 feet, 80 meters or something like that, towering above the seafloor, and it was moving, and all of the wind started. It was April 8th, 2024 was the eclipse. Then the next day, the dragon acted up. Something in front of the dragon woke up. It was either his breath or something. But then Cape Town had, like, the water receded back into the ocean. They thought it was about to be a tsunami. They had wind rushing in like it was a hurricane. They had snow falling. There was all type of stuff going on. The blob moved all the way up here to like just in front of America, North America. Alright, so this is a minute and 43 seconds long. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. But that is the catch-up so far of what we have discovered about this place that you call home. This is not our home. We are not from here, but we are called to be a light for here. We're supposed to be guidance, we're supposed to be truth, we're supposed to be understanding and perception. Righteous. Alright, Yashar. Hayashar Haya is our banner. Yashaya is our king. And Yashar is our spirit. Yesharun is our house. Now that you know this, you guys need to keep up. Don't forget, you're walking on hallowed ground. And everybody else outside of North America, you're walking on top of a live dragon. This behemoth, his spirit is above us. So what you don't see is the weather. It's the behemoth above this land. The sky, the behemoth is in the sky. I don't know about bears and pyramids. I might need to go look that up. Some type of behemoth and a pyramid. I need to go look that up. But alright, yeah, it's starting to get busy out here. Have a blessed one, fam. To the Rabbi Hayashar Haya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh. To the Rabbi Yashaya Kadesh Kadash Kadosh. To the Rabbi Hebu Kakma Asaya Kadosh Kadash Kadesh. Ashar Yesharun. Anami Amen.